Your body is an advanced, intelligent system working nonstop to keep you alive, even when you're not aware of it. And when you begin to truly understand what this means, you start looking at yourself with a different level of respect. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, and even while you're dreaming, your physiology is operating like a perfectly synchronized orchestra. Your heart pumps blood rhythmically. Your lungs expand and contract effortlessly. Your digestive system breaks down nutrients with precision. Your nervous system transmits signals faster than the speed of light in a fiber optic cable. And your immune system stands guard like a loyal army. None of this requires your conscious involvement. You don't set alarms for your organs, you don't send reminders to your cells, and you don't schedule maintenance for your systems. They simply function. They operate. They protect you. And they do all of this with more accuracy and consistency than any machine humans have ever invented. Inside you, millions of chemical processes happen every second, each one depending on the next, forming a chain reaction of life. If even a tiny fraction of these processes stopped working for a moment, the entire body would collapse. And yet, it doesn't. Your physiology works with dedication. Even when you are tired, frustrated, confused, or overwhelmed, your body doesn't give up on you. Even when you disrespect it with poor sleep, unhealthy habits, or stress, it still wakes up the next day and tries again. Think about how loyal that is. Most things in life stop working when neglected, but your body keeps giving you chance after chance to improve, heal, and rise again. Your brain alone is more complex than every computer on Earth combined. It manages your emotions, memories, decisions, movements, and senses, all while maintaining your subconscious processes. Every time you think, your brain creates electrical impulses. Every time you learn something, your brain rewires itself. Even when you make mistakes, it adapts. Your brain is not passive. It is dynamic, alive, and constantly evolving. The fact that it can change based on your experiences proves that you are never stuck, never limited, and never too late to grow. A system that intelligent doesn't exist by accident. It exists because you were designed to evolve. Your heart beats more than 100,000 times a day, pushing life through your veins with unwavering commitment. It does not pause to rest, it does not complain, and it does not take shortcuts. It beats because your life depends on it. Every heartbeat is a reminder that you are alive, that your body is choosing you, that your physiology is fighting for you. Even when you feel mentally defeated, your heart continues to beat, as if encouraging you to keep going, keep trying, keep believing. This is not just biology, it is loyalty, it is resilience built into your system. Your lungs, too, work without needing your direction. You inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide through a process that is so automatic you rarely even notice it. But without this constant exchange, life would cease instantly. Every breath is a gift, a sign that your body is still on your side. You breathe harder when you need more energy. You breathe slower when you need calm. Your body adjusts your breathing before you even realize what you need. That is intelligence far beyond conscious awareness. Your digestive system breaks down food, extracts nutrients, and fuels your cells with energy. It separates what nourishes you from what harms you. It works tirelessly after every meal, a hidden machine that supports your survival. You don't have to remind it how to function or teach it what to do. It already knows. That kind of built-in wisdom is something we often overlook, but it's happening inside you right now. Even when you sleep, your physiology becomes even more active. Your brain cleans itself, your cells repair damaged tissues, your hormones rebalance, and your immune system strengthens. Sleep is not just rest, it is your body performing deep maintenance work. While you're unconscious, your physiology works harder than ever to prepare you for a new day.
Night after night, this repair cycle continues, without fail, without your supervision. Your body protects you even when you're completely unaware of its efforts. And then there is the immune system, one of the most extraordinary systems ever known. It identifies threats, destroys harmful invaders, and remembers past attacks to keep you safe in the future. You have an army inside you that never retires, never sleeps, never loses focus. Even when you eat unhealthy food, skip sleep, or expose yourself to stress, your immune system still fights for you. It adapts, it evolves, and it defends you with remarkable intelligence. When you truly reflect on all of this, you realize your body is not just a physical structure, it is a living genius. It is a masterpiece of engineering, a universe of intelligence, an ecosystem designed for survival. You are carrying within you a system that is constantly working at a level of complexity far beyond your imagination, and it never asks for appreciation, applause, or recognition. It simply keeps you alive.
Human physiology is proof that you are stronger, more capable, and more resilient than you think, because everything inside you has been designed through millions of years of evolution to overcome challenges, adapt to stress, and survive even the toughest conditions. When you look at yourself from the outside, you might see flaws, weaknesses, or limitations, but when you understand what's happening inside you, you begin to realize that you are built for endurance. Your body has been shaped by countless generations who survived storms, diseases, hunger, cold, danger, and uncertainty, and that survival is literally written into your DNA. You are the result of unbroken strength, not fragility. Inside you is a physiology that has carried humanity through everything, and that same physiology is working for you at this very moment. Think about how your body responds when life becomes difficult. When you're under pressure, your stress response activates, flooding your system with adrenaline and cortisol so you can think faster, move quicker, and react more efficiently. Your heart beats faster to send blood where it's needed most. Your senses sharpen. Your brain becomes hyper-focused. This isn't weakness. This is your body preparing you to rise. Your physiology doesn't collapse when things get hard. It steps up. It adjusts. It adapts. It becomes stronger in the face of challenge. You are not meant to break. You are meant to bend and then bounce back even stronger. Your bones remodel themselves based on the stress they experience. Your muscles grow when you challenge them. Your heart becomes more efficient the more you push it. Your lungs expand their capacity when you demand more from them. Every part of your body is built on the principle of adaptation. You face resistance, your physiology responds with growth. You face difficulty, your physiology responds with resilience. Even the pain you feel sometimes is not a sign of weakness. It is a message from your body signaling you to adjust, recover, or improve. Pain is communication, not limitation. Your immune system is one of the greatest examples of your built-in strength. When a virus or bacteria enters your body, your immune cells immediately activate. They analyze the invader, create a defense strategy, attack it, and remember it for the future so they can destroy it even faster next time. Your body has survived millions of microscopic battles you never even felt, and it continues to do so without fear. If your physiology can fight invisible enemies every day and win, imagine what you can overcome in your actual life once you decide to trust your own strength. Your brain is just as incredible. When you go through emotional pain, stress, or trauma, your brain works to adapt, reroute, recover, and continue functioning. It forms new neural pathways to help you learn, grow, and change. You are not mentally stuck because your brain is always trying to move you forward. Even during setbacks or failures, your physiology is searching for solutions, healing old wounds, and preparing you for growth. You were never as broken as you feel. Your biology simply doesn't support the idea of permanent failure. Your body also carries a memory of survival. Every time you have been hurt, physically, mentally, or emotionally, your physiology has worked overtime to help you heal. A cut closes, a broken bone knits itself back together, an emotional wound eventually becomes less sharp as your brain rewires itself.
Healing is not something you hope for. It is something your physiology is programmed to do. You were built to recover. You were built to return stronger. You were built to rise again. Even fatigue, which many people see as weakness, is actually your body protecting you. When you feel exhausted, your physiology is asking for recovery so it can rebuild you. When you feel overwhelmed, your body is signaling that you need balance. These signals are not signs of failure, they are signs of strength, intelligence, and self-preservation. Your physiology is constantly working to keep you functioning at your best, even if that means slowing you down for a moment so you can speed up later. And if you look at your life's challenges, everything you've been through, everything you've survived, it becomes clear that your physiology has been supporting you every step of the way. You made it through situations that once felt impossible. You healed from experiences you thought would break you. You grew in places where you once felt stuck. You adapted to circumstances you never planned for, and each time you came out stronger, that wasn't luck. That was physiology. That was resilience built into your system long before you ever needed it. So when you doubt yourself, when you feel powerless, or when you believe you can't endure something, remember this: your body has already survived every single difficult moment of your life so far. You have a physiology designed for survival, strength, and continuous growth. You are not fragile, you are not weak, you are not broken. You are built with a resilience that runs deeper than your fear, deeper than your doubt, deeper than your temporary struggles. Your physiology is proof that you are capable of far more than you believe, and that strength is inside you right now, waiting for you to trust it.
Your body adapts to stress, struggle, and resistance, becoming stronger every time you face challenges. And once you truly understand this, you stop fearing difficulty and start seeing it as part of your natural evolution. Everything inside you is built on the principle of adaptation. Your physiology is constantly learning, adjusting, remodeling, and upgrading itself based on what you experience. You are not the same person you were last year, last month, or even last week, because your body is continuously reshaping itself in response to the challenges you encounter. Stress isn't just something that happens to you, it's something your body uses to help you grow. Think about your muscles for a moment. When you lift a weight, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It sounds like damage, but it's actually the beginning of strength. Your body responds to that stress by repairing the fibers, making them thicker, stronger, and more capable than before. Without resistance, your muscles cannot grow. Without struggle, there is no adaptation. Your physiology doesn't become stronger in comfort, it becomes stronger in challenge. And this is not just true for the body, it's true for your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. Your bones respond the same way. The more impact and pressure they experience, the denser and stronger they become. This is why people who stay active keep their bones healthy for longer. It's not magic, it's biology. Bones adapt to the demands placed on them. They remodel themselves based on the stress they register. Weakness isn't your default state. Lack of challenge is. When you stop moving, stop pushing, stop striving, your body has no reason to build itself. But when you embrace resistance, even in small amounts, your physiology responds with growth. Your cardiovascular system also works on this principle. When you push yourself, running, climbing stairs, exercising, your heart has to pump harder, your lungs must expand more, and your blood vessels adjust to higher demands. Over time, your heart becomes stronger, your lungs more efficient, your circulation more powerful. Your body becomes capable of handling what once felt impossible. Stress, applied in the right way, becomes transformation. Your body is always asking you to give it a reason to grow, and every challenge you accept becomes that reason. Even your brain functions on this same rule. When you encounter a difficult situation, when you learn something new, when you make mistakes and correct them, your brain forms new neural connections. The struggle you feel while learning is not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that your brain is adapting. You're literally growing mentally. Your brain rewires itself based on your experiences, strengthening certain pathways and creating new ones to support your evolution. That's why challenges that once felt overwhelming eventually become manageable. That's why situations that once triggered fear or confusion begin to feel normal. Your physiology is teaching you to handle more. Your emotions adapt as well. When you go through heartbreak, disappointment, or loss, you don't stay in that emotional state forever. Your system slowly adjusts. You develop coping mechanisms, emotional strength, new perspectives. You build resilience through suffering. Even when you feel the pain is too much, your physiology is working in the background to heal you. Humans are designed not just to survive emotionally, but to grow emotionally. Every difficult season expands your capacity to handle the next one. Stress, when understood correctly, becomes your ally. The problem is that most people see stress as an enemy, something to avoid, something negative. But think about this. Without stress, you would never adapt. Without pressure, your physiology would have no reason to improve. Controlled stress, manageable challenges, and small discomforts push your body and mind to evolve. The key is not to avoid stress, but to learn how to manage it, use it, and grow from it. Your body already knows how to do this. You only have to trust it. Your immune system, too, becomes stronger when it encounters resistance. Every time you're exposed to a new virus or bacteria, your immune cells analyze it, fight it, and remember it. That memory becomes your protection. Your immune system literally grows through challenge. It becomes smarter, faster, more efficient the more it's tested. If your immune system stayed comfortable and unchallenged, it wouldn't know how to defend you. It becomes powerful because it faces resistance. You can see this pattern in every aspect of your physiology. Adaptation is your default mode. Strength is your natural direction. Growth is your biological programming. You are meant to evolve. You are built to overcome. That's why you've survived every challenge you've faced so far. Your physiology didn't panic. It adapted. It reorganized itself. It found a way to keep you moving forward. And when life feels heavy, when challenges feel unfair, when things feel too hard, remember that these feelings don't mean you're weak. They mean you're growing. Your body is adjusting to a new level of demand. Your mind is developing new skills. Your emotions are expanding their capacity. You may not see the adaptation in real time, but it's happening beneath the surface, silently and powerfully. Your physiology does not break under pressure. It transforms. Your struggles are shaping you. Your difficulties are strengthening you. Every challenge you face is teaching your body and mind to handle more. You are not being crushed by resistance. You are being rebuilt by it. And when you look back one day, you'll see that every moment of stress was actually preparation for your next level of strength.
Your brain rewires itself based on your habits, proving that consistency shapes your entire life. And when you fully understand this, you begin to realize that you are never stuck and never limited the way you sometimes think you are. Your mind is not a fixed structure. It is a living, changing, adapting system that evolves with every action you take, every thought you repeat, and every behavior you practice. The science behind this is called neuroplasticity, but you don't need the scientific term to understand the truth. Your brain is always learning, always adjusting, always forming new connections depending on what you repeatedly do. This means your future is not controlled by your past. It's controlled by what you choose to repeat today. Every single habit you practice, good or bad, creates physical changes in your brain. When you do something once, your brain notices it. When you do it twice, your brain begins to remember it. When you repeat it many times, your brain builds strong neural pathways that make that behavior automatic. This is why habits feel natural after some time. Your brain literally becomes wired to follow that pattern.
What feels like personality, in many cases, is simply a collection of repeated neurological pathways. Your confidence, your discipline, your fears, your reactions, your routines, they're all built from repetition. This is powerful because it means you have far more control over who you become than you realize. If a habit is hurting your life, it can be replaced. If a habit is empowering you, it can be strengthened. Your brain is not your enemy. It is the most supportive system you have. It always follows what you teach it. It always adapts to what you feed it. The problem is not that you can't change. The problem is that most people keep repeating the same thoughts and behaviors and expect their life to look different. But your brain doesn't change from intention. It changes from action. It changes from consistency. Think about how the brain reacts when you try something new. At first it feels uncomfortable. You feel resistance, hesitation, confusion. That is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's simply your brain building new pathways. Learning is supposed to feel unfamiliar. Growth is supposed to feel awkward. Those feelings are not signs of weakness. They are signs of rewiring. Every new skill, every new mindset, every new habit has to start with a moment of discomfort because your brain is trying to understand what you're doing and how important it is to your future. Now, consider what happens when you repeat a positive behavior. Let's say you start waking up earlier, or drinking more water, or exercising, or reading, or focusing on gratitude, or staying consistent with a goal. The first few days feel forced. The next few feel slightly easier. After a few weeks, it feels natural. And after enough time passes, it feels strange not to do it. That's your brain at work. It takes something you chose consciously and turns it into something automatic. And once a behavior becomes automatic, it becomes part of who you are. That is how habits shape your identity. Your brain also responds to the thoughts you repeat. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, your brain builds pathways that support that belief. If you constantly imagine failure, your brain becomes trained to expect it. But if you begin to repeat empowering thoughts, thoughts of capability, strength, possibility, your brain will adapt to those too. It will begin creating pathways that support confidence, resilience, and growth. You become what you repeatedly tell yourself, not because of magic, but because of biology. Your thoughts are instructions to your neural circuits, and your brain obeys them without question. Emotions work the same way. If you stay in fear long enough, your brain becomes wired to respond with fear. If you stay in stress long enough, your brain becomes used to stress. But if you practice calm breathing, mindfulness, gratitude, or even small moments of peace, your brain begins to rewire itself toward calmness. Emotional habits are real, and your brain strengthens whichever ones you practice most. This is why two people can go through the same situation but respond completely differently. Their brains have been shaped by different habits, different thoughts, different emotional patterns. The most beautiful part of all this is that change doesn't require perfection. It requires repetition. You don't have to be flawless. You just have to be consistent. Even small actions repeated daily create massive changes in how your brain functions. 5 minutes of learning every day becomes knowledge. A few minutes of movement becomes strength. A bit of courage every day becomes confidence. Your brain rewards consistency, not intensity. It transforms slowly, silently, quietly, but powerfully. And when you look at your life, you'll see that everything you're good at today was once something you didn't know how to do. Walking, talking, reading, writing, solving problems, managing emotions, all of these were built through repetition. You trained your brain to understand them. You built pathways without even realizing it. That means you can build new ones at any time for anything you desire. The door to growth is always open because your brain is always ready to evolve. So when you feel stuck, remember that you are not truly stuck. You are simply running the same neural pathways again and again. And when you choose to build new ones, your brain will follow. It may resist at first, but it will adapt. It may feel slow, but it will change. It may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is the beginning of transformation. Your habits are shaping your future, and your brain is ready to support whatever direction you choose to take it in.
Your energy, emotions, and motivation are deeply connected to your biological systems and respond to your daily actions. And once you understand this, you stop blaming yourself for feeling unmotivated or low and start realizing that your physiology affects everything about your inner world. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you show up, all of it is influenced by what's happening inside your body. You are not just a mind floating in space, you are a biological being with chemicals, hormones, electrical signals, and internal rhythms that shape how you experience life. And the incredible part is that you have far more control over these systems than you think. Your energy is not only about willpower or mindset, it's influenced by your sleep, your nutrition, your hormones, your oxygen levels, your hydration, and even the amount of sunlight you get. When you are tired, it doesn't always mean you are lazy. Sometimes it means your physiology is asking for fuel, rest, or balance. Your body runs like a high-performance machine, and when something is off internally, you feel it mentally. This is why some days feel heavy even when nothing is wrong externally. Your energy isn't just emotional, it's biological. And when you take small actions like improving your sleep, moving your body, staying hydrated, or eating something nourishing, you're not just helping your body, you're helping your mind show up with more strength, clarity, and motivation. Your emotions are also deeply connected to your biology. When your stress hormones rise, your emotions shift. When your gut is out of balance, your mood changes. When your breathing becomes shallow, your mind becomes anxious. This isn't weakness, it's physiology. Your emotional world is influenced by what's happening inside your body. Think about how your mood improves after a walk, a good meal, a deep breath, or a moment in nature. That's not coincidence. That's your biology responding. Even sadness, frustration, or irritability often comes from internal imbalances, lack of rest, dehydration, blood sugar fluctuations, or long periods of inactivity. Your body speaks through your emotions. When something feels off inside, your emotions reveal it. Motivation itself is not just a mindset concept, it's a biochemical process. Dopamine, for example, is the neurotransmitter behind motivation, drive, and reward. When your habits support healthy dopamine balance, like small wins, movement, sunlight, meaningful tasks, you feel more motivated. But when your brain is overwhelmed, stressed, or drained, dopamine levels fall, and even simple tasks feel impossible. That doesn't mean you're failing, it means your physiology is signaling that it needs recalibration. You don't lack motivation because you're weak, you lack motivation because your internal systems need support. Once you understand that, you stop attacking yourself and start taking steps to fuel your biology. Your daily choices directly influence your internal chemistry. A few minutes of deep breathing can lower cortisol levels, a glass of water can increase alertness, a walk can boost serotonin, sunlight can regulate your circadian rhythm, laughter can release endorphins, connection with others can increase oxytocin. You are constantly influencing your emotional and energetic state without even realizing it. Every action is a message to your physiology, and it responds instantly. This is why the smallest positive habit can create a big shift in how you feel. Your body and mind are not separate, they are part of one interconnected system. When your body feels heavy, your mind slows down. When your body feels strong, your mind becomes sharper. When your posture collapses, your confidence drops. When you breathe deeply, your anxiety softens. Your physiology shapes your psychology. And the more you learn to work with your body rather than against it, the more control you gain over your thoughts, emotions, and daily motivation. Sometimes people think motivation just appears out of nowhere, But in reality, it's a result of the state your internal system is in. When your body feels good, your thoughts naturally become more positive. When your brain is supported, your motivation rises. When your heart rate is steady, your emotions feel more manageable. You don't have to fight your mind. You can support your body, and your mind will follow. This is why making small improvements in your physical environment and routines can dramatically shift your internal world. A few minutes of sunlight in the morning can boost your mood for hours. A stretch can release tension you didn't even realize was affecting your thinking. A short break can lower stress hormones enough to help you regain clarity. Even your sense of purpose and passion is influenced by your physiological state. When you're exhausted, everything feels meaningless. When your energy is drained, even your dreams seem far away. But when your body is energized, everything looks brighter. Problems feel smaller. Possibilities feel bigger. Your goals feel more achievable. Your physiology shapes the lens through which you see your life. Supporting your body gives you access to a stronger, clearer, more empowered version of yourself. And the beautiful truth is that you don't need massive changes to improve the way you feel. You just need small daily decisions that support your biology. Your body responds to every bit of care you give it. Every moment of rest, every healthy meal, every deep breath, every step you take, they all influence your hormones, your energy, your clarity, and your motivation. You are not controlled by your emotions, you are influenced by your internal systems. And once you understand how deeply connected everything inside you is, you begin to take your daily choices more seriously, because you finally realize they are shaping your emotional strength, your mental clarity, and your motivation to move forward.
Your physiology is always talking to you, quietly, consistently, and honestly, but most people never learn to listen to it. We live in a world full of noise, distractions, and notifications, yet the most important signals are coming from inside our own body. Think about how many times your body has tried to warn you, through fatigue, through tension, through restlessness, through a sudden drop in energy, but you ignored it because life kept you busy. We treat our bodies like machines. We expect to keep running even when they're overheating, under pressure, or completely drained. But the truth is, your body's not trying to slow you down. It's trying to guide you, protect you, and help you continue on the right path. The more you understand the language of your physiology, the more powerful and aligned your life becomes. Your body communicates through sensations long before the mind catches up. When you feel stress building in your chest, when your breathing shortens, when your shoulders tighten, when you feel a sudden heaviness in your legs, these aren't inconveniences. These are messages. Your physiology reacts to your environment faster than your conscious mind can understand it. It senses danger, detects pressure, and recognizes imbalance even before you have words for it. Most people are taught to fight these sensations, to push through them, or to pretend they don't exist. But growth doesn't happen by ignoring the signals. Growth happens when you learn to decode them. When your body feels tired, most people think it's weakness. But often fatigue is your physiology telling you something needs to change. Maybe your routine is draining you. Maybe your sleep is low. Maybe your mind is overwhelmed. Maybe you're forcing yourself into habits that no longer serve you. Instead of judging yourself, start asking questions. What is this feeling trying to tell me? What needs attention? What needs adjusting? When you shift from ignoring your body to listening to it, your entire quality of life changes. And the beautiful part is, your body doesn't only warn you when there's a problem, it also encourages you, motivates you, and supports you. Think about that moment when you get a burst of energy after a workout. That confidence isn't random, that's your physiology rewarding you. When you push yourself in a positive direction, your brain releases dopamine, endorphins, serotonin,
powerful chemicals that signal, yes, keep going. Your body cheers for your progress. It celebrates your effort. It tells you that you're becoming stronger, healthier, more aligned. When you start paying attention, you realize your physiology is on your side every step of the way. Even emotions are part of this communication system. We often say we feel stressed, anxious, excited, inspired, but those aren't just emotions. They're physical reactions. Your heart rate changes, your breathing changes, your energy levels change, your posture shifts. Your body reveals your inner world before you speak a single word. When something is wrong in your life, your physiology feels it. When something is right, your physiology supports it. Listening to your body helps you make better decisions, avoid burnout, protect your mental health, and stay connected to your purpose. One of the biggest breakthroughs in life happens when you stop fighting your body and start cooperating with it. Instead of forcing yourself into patterns that exhaust you, you begin creating routines that nourish you. Instead of ignoring discomfort, you explore what it means. Instead of pushing through stress blindly, you take a breath and ask what your body is trying to say. This creates a powerful alignment between your mind and your physical system. You start operating like a complete human being, not just a brain dragging a tired body behind it. Your physiology also helps you recognize when you're on the right path. When you're excited about something, your body lights up, your energy rises, your heartbeat feels alive. You feel more aware, more awake, more present. That's not just motivation. That's your entire system responding to purpose. Your body knows when something matters to you. It knows when something aligns with your deeper values. It knows when you're moving toward growth instead of comfort. When you tune into these sensations, decision-making becomes easier because you're guided by more than logic. You're guided by your inner signals. The more connected you become to your physiology, the more power you unlock in your daily life. You start noticing patterns in your energy. You understand what foods help you function at your best. You recognize which habits drain or fuel your motivation. You become aware of how your environment shapes your emotions and how your thoughts shape your body's reactions. This awareness gives you control. Not the kind of control that comes from forcing yourself, but the kind that comes from understanding yourself deeply. When you begin to trust your body, you develop a new relationship with yourself. You start respecting your limits, not as weaknesses, but as guides. You start valuing recovery just as much as effort. You begin to see stress signals not as problems, but as early warnings that allow you to correct your course before you collapse. And when your body tells you that you're strong enough to keep going, you learn to believe that too, because your physiology is honest. It doesn't lie. It doesn't exaggerate. It doesn't manipulate. It simply reflects the truth of where you are and what you need in each moment. Your physiology is your teammate, your support system, your internal compass. It responds to every thought, every decision, every action you take. And when you learn to listen to it, trust it, and work with it, you unlock a level of strength, clarity, and resilience that you never knew existed inside you.
You are a living, breathing universe of intelligence, complexity, and potential. And most people go through life without ever realizing what they're truly made of. Your physiology is not just a set of organs working together. It's a masterpiece. Billions of cells, signals, and systems constantly communicating, adapting, repairing, and evolving to keep you alive, strong, and capable. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you might only see a face, a body, a physical form. But beneath that surface exists a world far more advanced than any machine, any technology, or any creation humans have ever designed. You are built with precision, with intention, with resilience encoded into every piece of you. And the moment you understand that, your entire view of yourself and your potential begins to change. Every second, your body performs millions of processes without you having to think about them. Your heart beats rhythmically, sending oxygen-rich blood through a network of vessels that, if stretched end to end, could circle the earth. Your lungs expand and contract, drawing in air that fuels your cells. Your brain sends signals at the speed of lightning, coordinating everything from your thoughts to your emotions to your movements. Even when you sleep, even when you feel weak, even when you feel lost, your physiology never stops working for you. It never gives up on you. It never stops fighting to keep you alive and moving. That alone is proof of your built-in strength. Think about how adaptive you truly are. You can face emotional stress, mental pressure, physical exhaustion, and somehow your physiology finds a way to adjust. It learns, it reorganizes, it adapts. Muscles become stronger when challenged. Bones become denser when stressed. The brain reshapes itself based on what you repeatedly think and do. Every experience, every habit, every struggle sends signals through your nervous system, leaving an imprint that transforms you at a biological level. Growth isn't just a motivational idea, it's a scientific reality happening inside you every single day. Your physiology is wired for improvement. It pushes you toward evolution, even when you're unaware of it. And the incredible part is that you hold influence over this system. Your thoughts alone can trigger chemical changes within your body. A single inspiring idea can increase your energy. A single moment of gratitude can shift your hormones. A decision to move your body can elevate your mood. You aren't just living inside this system, you're interacting with it. You're shaping it. You're influencing how it responds, how it grows, and how it fuels your life. That means you are never stuck. You are never fixed in one place. You are always capable of change because your physiology is always ready to support that change. Inside you is a level of intelligence far deeper than conscious thought. It's not the intelligence of academics or textbooks. It's the intelligence of survival, adaptation, creativity, and instinct. Your immune system can identify and eliminate millions of threats without you ever noticing. Your cells regenerate, your wounds heal, your body restores itself after stress. Even when you've been hurt emotionally or mentally, your system begins the slow process of healing, restructuring, and balancing. This built-in intelligence is your foundation. It's the reason you're still standing today despite everything you've been through. Your physiology proves that you're not fragile, you're resilient. Most people underestimate themselves because they only look at what's visible, their mistakes, their failures, their insecurities. But if you could see the invisible world inside you, if you could witness the strength of your heart, the precision of your brain, the determination of your cells, you would never doubt yourself again. You would understand that you were never ordinary. You were never meant to live small. You were designed with depth, complexity, and unlimited potential woven into your biology. Everything inside you points toward growth, survival, and transformation. Your physiology doesn't just keep you alive, it equips you for greatness. The same systems that carry you through fear can carry you through ambition. The same adrenaline that responds to danger can fuel your courage. The same neural pathways that store pain can store wisdom. You are built to learn, to rise, to rebuild, and to expand. You carry inside you the blueprint for strength. You don't need to become someone else to be powerful. You just need to understand the power that's always been there since the day you were born. And when you begin to honor this truth, something shifts. You stop seeing your limitations as final. You stop seeing challenges as signs to quit. You recognize that discomfort is part of your evolution, not a threat. You start listening to your body, trusting its signals, respecting its needs, and pushing it with purpose instead of pressure. When you align your actions with the natural rhythm of your physiology, you unlock a level of energy and clarity that people call confidence, but it's actually connection to yourself, to your inner systems, to your potential. Inside you is a universe constantly moving, learning, healing, and adapting. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your fears. You are not restricted by your current circumstances. You are limitless by design. And the more you understand the extraordinary system within you, the more you realize that life isn't about becoming something new. It's about awakening what's already there, waiting for you to recognize it and rise with it.